Hey guys, I hope you're doing good. My name's Roshan, and in this video, I'm basically going to go over like our framework that we use at our own agency, right? Basically, this video's title is 50K monthly recurring revenue in less than 90 days, with CFT clothing fast track framework. But again, to be honest with you, this is not a video really about that. It's more about us as an experience, right? We delivering you the transformation and not just collecting the retainer fee and just, not trying to be like the typical agency because I do not really consider us as an agency. Instead, we are more as an experience, right? I'm going to show you exactly step by step process that we followed our own agency and how did I stumble upon this process. So everything's going to be in pretty very detail. Once you go over this, you'll know exactly what it is that we offer and exactly how you can add an extra 50K in monthly recurring revenue in less than 90 days by just following our clothing fast track framework, right? This is going to be a very super valuable and informational video. Watch till the end and you're going to benefit from it. So, um, let's jump into the video, right? Firstly, who am I? Who am I? I'm a normal human being just like you, man. In short, I help clothing brands generate consistent sales online and scale their businesses. And what I just shared, it's important because daily more and more e-commerce clothing brands are being burned by the bad agencies, causing them to, literally lose their hard-earned money. So, I love building things, and for the past couple of years, I've built a great agency or a great experience, right, to serve clothing brands specifically, right? I was a young high school kid with big dreams who didn't know the path he needs to take to get to his desired goals. Until one fine day, I found out about YouTube and wanted to become a YouTuber so badly. Again, those childhood days. So I found out about the YouTube and wanted to become a YouTuber so badly, to be honest. And next, started posting content 3 to 4 times, for a week for 1.5 years straight with no results and full of doubt and self-destructing thoughts such as I'm never going to make it. Obviously I'm not just going to tell you this. I'm going to show you live proof. As you can see, this is my YouTube channel. Started it was created back in 2014. If you go ahead watch the videos, first video uploaded 7 years ago. Like literally, I was scared at that time. Very small kid. Can even check out the video, right? So I'm not going to play it. It looks so cringy, to be honest. And that's there, So as you can see, that's literally me making videos. And I kept on uploading, stopped this channel 2 years ago. And then next, finally, yes, I quit. Then I started another channel, ran it for about 6 months. Again, I quit. But why? Like, if you can, I'm going to share you the other channel as well. Yeah, it just appears on the search, so I'm going to do it really quick here. So here, and it has 266 subscribers, and I mean all these videos are so highly produced, and it really took a lot of time and effort to make all these videos. And I produced like 92 videos, and one of the videos even got like 9.8K views. But still, I was in a rush, wanted to do get things real fast, quick, wanted that quick growth. I started 2 years ago, again stopped 1 year ago. Again, I quit, right? So then, life threw me a lifeline basically. And then I read a quote from a book. And this is the time I really started to study, like, few books and everything because a lot of YouTubers recommended it to me. And I read this quote from the book saying, one tales can change your entire life. And when I got to know about that, it really changed my life completely. That's when I realized how close I was to achieving my goals. Then I quit when I was about to get to my desired outcome. Then I started RC Mediascape with the only goal in mind to help e-commerce clothing brands. I wanted to give up so many times I can't even, count on my fingers, to be honest. But this time I didn't quit, basically because I knew what it takes to succeed, which is that one tails moment, and it did pay off, right? Again, one thing I want to mention here is that it does not always mean that one tail moment is going to change your life if you keep taking actions on a wrong thing. action on the right things every single day without doubting yourself, without quitting, without giving up, you are going to succeed. It's just a matter of time. I saw, so many agencies out there, promising results and under delivering or not even delivering, which was truly heartbreaking to me. But then I realized I'm going to bring a change in the industry. So here I am serving clothing brands specifically. Now, because you might be asking, why only clothing brands? Why not any other e-commerce or any brand in general? Basically, it's because of my love for clothing and fashion. Ever since I was a kid, my best present one could give me was a great t-shirt or and stuff like that. Again, just like this hoodie, I love wearing different types of clothes and everything. This is super important to me because I don't want clothing brand founders to be burnt by agencies who take their money and don't deliver on their promises, which is totally unethical. It is unethical. I'm here to bring the big change, and I've already started executing on it. Few years back, right? So we're on the lane. So what do I do basically? In short, it took me years of hard work to figure out the framework. Now, what framework are we talking about? Here it is. What I just shared is, and again, is important because my years of experience and trial and errors is going to help you, right? So here's what inspired me to go out and do this. I saw a lot of clothing brand founders come up with an amazing concept for their clothing, crafted some crazy designs and stories. Now they are struggling to get their first few sales from their ideal customers. Here's the story behind the solution that I offer, right? I've worked with multiple clothing brands at this point. When I say this, I honestly, I've worked with a lot of clothing brands at this point, and with every $1,000 we spent on ads, we found out a new thing, new way of doing things differently that will get us results more efficiently, right? More efficiently, not just results, more efficient results. We have done the trial and error of years to come up with our proven framework, which I like to call clothing fast track framework, which works like magic. Because look, when I show like this channel, look at the thumbnails, the videos, and everything. I was doing it so hard. You can basically understand the type of videos and the type of effort and the quality that I put in to come up with things. So when I say efficiently and I've put in the work, when I say that, I really, really mean it, right? So here's the journey I went on to find the solution I offer now. It basically started off with my first ever clothing brand client with a few couple of $1,000s in ad spend per month to the clothing clients who are now spending multiple clothing thousands every single day on ads. Basically started out with clients with very small ad spend to now brands who are spending thousands and thousands of dollars in ad spend. So basically it seriously took time, effort, experience, and countless trials and errors to come up with our clothing fast track framework. Definitely wasn't a solution we stumbled upon by luck, right? You can see this by now. So this is when I was understood that I was meant to do the hard thing, others couldn't. I personally believe every single time I have gone that extra mile to figure things out since I found out about the one tails movement, right? The fact that we have battle tested our framework for years is the single proof I need to say I've given what it took to learn the strategies and the tactics to blow up literally a clothing brand without spending a fortune on ad spend, right? So that's there. And what do I have to back up all these things? I'm going to get over that here in a minute by showing some of the results that we have generated for our clients. So how do I do it? In short, our deep research and analysis leads to crazy outcomes. Because look, what I just shared is important because without proper research, analysis, and a great offer, this one's huge. Without a great offer, you're going to struggle to grow your clothing brands. Here's what I do and how it works. We start off by digging deep into our clients' ideal customers. When I say deep, it's really, really deep, right? So, and really try to understand their nature, likes, dislikes, like literally every single thing. We really, literally read our client's ideal customer. We basically call it a foundational audience diagnosis, where we implement some of our best strategies to get a deep rooted understanding of the ideal customer. So when we present an irresistible offer, that leads to a no-brainer sale right away, right? Here's how I figured this out. We have run a lot of great ads and marketing campaigns in the past with good offers. But time after time, we got better and started asking super good questions with all the knowledge we acquired from different sources and masterminds, which actually helped us to come to a conclusion and make it a great offer. That's how we went from being good to being great, right? Because it's basically a compounding effect of knowledge again. Here's how I knew this was going to work for others. If you can crack the code of understanding your ideal customers and presenting an irresistible offer and campaign strategy, the answer should always be a heck yes. And we have multiple clothing brands to back up the fact that this works, and by the way, with proof, right? I'm also going to get into the proof here in a minute. Here's the story behind what I had to stop doing to pursue, helping clothing brands. I was a college student and I had planned for a software engineering career in my freshman year. Again, a proof to back that up. My most viewed video on my channel basically got 9.8K views, day in the life of a computer science student. I was really, really, trying to become a software engineer back in the day. But by the end of the same year, in my first year basically, I realized I hated coding. I said to myself, no, this is not something I'm meant to do. Then started myself by asking a bunch of good questions. What is your goal? What do you want to be doing for the rest of your life to be happy while working? Then the obvious answer that came out as being a marketer. But why? Why a marketer, right? I always loved social media, posting content, growing YouTube channels ever since I was in school. And I didn't even realize that you could actually make money doing that. Because look, when I said that published my first YouTube video back in the day, like 7 years ago, I didn't even knew people could were actually be able to make money from YouTube. It was just my passion, and I always loved sharing what I did and wanted to grow my socials. Then with time it led to me in the clothing industry again because of my love for clothing. And with years of effort, work and effort, we are crushing it for clothing brands like no one else in the industry, right? Here's an emotionally compelling reason that sets me apart, on why you should work with me. Simply because I truly care, right? Simply because I truly care about you and your hard earned money. I do not want you to fall into the trap of a bad agency that is going to take away your hard earned money and leave your messages on scene in the chats. And basically, whenever you ask them a question, and I know what it feels like to be there because look, I have been in so many masterminds, groups, the places that I have literally paid so much money for, and I have been left on scene in the chats and have been burned by so many people. So I know what it feels to be there and what it feels to spend our hard-earned money and not get a ROI back. So I have been there and I know what it takes to struggle in that phase. So now basically I'm going to pull up some of the proofs and everything and show you exactly the results that I've produced in the past, right? So this is my Instagram profile, and if you go ahead and check out like the results and everything, you can literally see black and white the results you have generated in the past. So here you go. So this was a ridiculous return. Like I mean, we literally generated like 378K in revenue, for this specific apparel brand, and like an 18x 18.5x return on investment, and basically an ad spend of 12K, um, and basically revenue of 225K and 18x, again 5x ROAS, 4.25x ROAS. Like if you check out we spent and generated like 13.3x return, and again 48K in revenue. And basically these are like some of the results. You can always check them out. These are always on my Instagram profile or on my website and everything, so definitely you can check them out anytime. And yeah, let me get back to the video now. So how did I master this, right? How I mastered it. So in short, I've put in the late nights, time, and hard work so you don't have to. What I just shared is, again, is important because this has literally saved multiple clothing brands, founders, time, effort, and their hard earned money, firstly, and by running, efficient paid ads. Let me take you back to when my life changed as I learned the advertising strategies that are now being used by multiple clothing brands to skyrocket their businesses in the fastest time frame possible. So in the early days of me trying to figure out how to run ads that are, actually going to get me results, That's what, what's that one small thing I can change that will make a big difference. Basically, I was looking for that one little tactic that is going to change my life basically. But with time I've realized that this simply does not exist. The reason why we are able to produce godlike results is simply due to the fact of compounding again, right? The power of compounding basically. So look, because we have acquired so much knowledge, we have done so much testing, trials and errors, have tested multiple things in place, and our knowledge has simply compounded over time, and we are able to produce the results, right? So if you ask me what's like the secret behind the results we produce, there's literally no answer that I have. It's everything in here and the frameworks that we created, right? Let me explain all those testing phases, the learning setbacks kept adding up everything, like every single day. And finally, as a result of all those actions and feedback loop, we are able to come up with our CFT framework, the closing including fast track framework. Here's how, here's who I was and what my life was like before I learned the strategies that I know now. I was struggling to get results, was spending all the money in the world just to see that it was going to waste. I always thought I was very close to running profitable ads, but I was always wrong. I mean, I was able to run ads, profitable ads as well, but again, it wasn't consistent. I wasn't able to get those consistent results, right? Here's what life was like as I was learning the strategies and battle testing the frameworks. Days and months of struggle in figuring out what was working and what's not, and why it was working. That's again another good question to ask. What did we do differently that got us these results? The full testing process with full of pain, hard work, and struggle basically. Here's what my life is like right now since I've learned the strategies and with the compounded knowledge. I'm able to save multiple clothing brands valuable time and money and minimize the downside and wasted hours in trying to figure out everything themselves, since I've got that part covered for clothing brand founders, right? So, nextly, how do I take clothing brands to the moon? This is a question that I get always asked by so many clothing brand founders every day on my social medias, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I mean anything, any platform I can think of, also LinkedIn. So in short, we helped, you know Sam. I'm going to go over his story right now. In short, we helped Sam scale his clothing brand to six figures months in less than 6 months. Like literally in less than 6 months to six figures. This sounded like a good, title as well. It was actually around 5 months. Just did it as, less than six. Yeah. What I just shared is important because all it takes to grow a clothing brand is just experience and expertise, right? What type of people do I help? Let me tell you. I specifically help clothing e-commerce brand founders who are looking to scale their businesses online or looking to get better results with their current ads. And well, let me tell you a quick story about a specific person I help. That is Sam. We helped Sam, founder of Lift Life Apparel, by implementing our battle tested clothing fast track framework and completely revamped his existing offers, products, pricing, ideal customers diagnosing, and so many different variables. And on the first day of launch, after all these crazy big changes, they hit 17K in revenue in the first month of us working together. Crazy, right? I mean, they were doing around 7K, I believe. I'm not really sure. So we hit 17K in the first month of us working together. Crazy, right? Again. And it was uphill from there. And less than 6 months, we are now doing 82K in monthly revenue. And that's just not like a stop, it's just growing every single day. And here's how we met, right? I DM'd the founder Sam on Facebook asking how his business was doing. He was a bit skeptical because he thought I was going to make a pitch on my marketing services, because that's what every agency does. I mean, the typical agency does, because he was burned by so many agencies in the past. But Sam still explained his situation roughly, not in the very depth, because far fact, and his back end numbers. And it really clicked for me in terms of the perfect ideal client to whom I can get mind blowing results with my CFT framework again. I asked him to hop on a call and lay out the complete strategy and plan, and Sam was quite impressed. After having been worked with multiple agencies, he knew that I was legit, and he ended up signing up with us because he knew we were operating on a whole different level compared to these other agencies with zero to average systems in place. Here's what life was like, for Sam and his team basically before we met. Always in a chaotic state of mind, thinking if his brand was will ever work, maybe he's doing something wrong, like always like this negative self-destructive thoughts again, always worrying about where the next sale is going to come from, thousands of dollars worth of inventory that kept him up at night due to it's not selling. All in all, they were in a very messed up state of mind with their business. Here's what they were struggling with at the time: anxiety, stress, and doubt if this is ever going to work. Like, doubt is the biggest enemy, guys. Trust me when I say that. Here's how I helped them, overcome those obstacles. We came on board as their partner, took over all the problems they were facing. First, doubt, we told them it's going to work. All it's going to take is expertise, experience, and the work. That's a non-negotiable there right there. We had the expertise and experience and also did the work. And Sam was super supportive and got us everything we needed for us to perform at our best. And second, stress. He had nothing to stress about after bringing us on board, because they're generating, like, because the revenue, basically, revenue generating, generating consistent sales part was on us, and he trusted us more than anything because of our expertise. Third, anxiety. Again, nothing to worry about because we are experts and he knew it, right? But I was able to, see somewhere that he was a little worried, even though he was confident. I understand that mainly because he had a very bad experience with agencies in the past, which he couldn't really describe. And I did a quick analysis on his website, product, and product market fit from the front end, and it really ticked off everything for me. But still, I needed to know like the back end numbers to know a lot of things. This is why I asked him to hop on a call to discuss and get to understand things in much more detail. And the numbers, again, all the numbers, his brand story, concept, products, everything really took off again and really matched my ideal client avatar to whom we can crush it online. We said it's a green light on the sales part and we went from there. And here are the results, the outcome basically. Here are the results again. First month, 17K in revenue. Second month, 23K in revenue. Third month, 47K in revenue. Fourth month, 66K. Fifth month, 73K. And in the sixth month, we are closing at 82K in revenue, and it's still growing. And now we are actually doing more than six figures because we brought him on board a few months back, and now we have scaled him to over 100K in revenue, right? So here's what their life is like, right now. Never worried about where the next sale is coming from. We have built strong systems and processes around getting countless sales because, always he's always focused on growing and expanding the brand. So much free time to spend time with their family and money to do whatever they want whenever they want, working on the business instead of in the business. And that's the best place to be at, right? Because look, you never want to be working on the business, in the business. That's the worst place you can possibly be. And you need money to do that, and to get money you need to have consistent sales, and there should be consistent revenue coming in every single month, day. And that's there, guys. I hope this all made sense to you again, and also a live proof of the case study. And as you can see, I posted it few months back when we actually got him the results, and it was 6 months back. As you can see, it was posted 6 months back, and I basically did like a quick breakdown of what the results were like, and you can see these are the results. I spent 5.7K, generated 82K, and the return was 14.42x, literally like a 14x return on ads. And also like a quick video, um, of the result we generated. So that's the video. And also we generated like 54K for this another clothing brand with the 6x ROAS. As you can see, right? So those are the results that we've generated, few mention again. And lastly, how can I help you do the same? This is a good question. In short, we go through a methodical process to scale clothing brands, and what I just shared is important because you get clarity on what your next steps will look like and how you can prepare and grow accordingly, right? So let me tell you about my mission. I want to help clothing brands solve their biggest issue, which is getting consistent sales online and helping them scale past 6 and 7 figures in the fastest time frame possible, basically. And here's why this mission is so important to me. I've seen literally hundreds and hundreds of clothing brands being lied, burned, frustrated by agencies who promise the world and deliver nothing. Like, I mean, this is like a conversation that every single clothing brand owner has, and I really want to break the chain and scale clothing brands to unimaginable heights in the shortest time frame possible. Here's my ideal customer I can help the most, right? A clothing brand that's struggling to get sales online. We can take them from no sales to scaling to six-figure months, or a clothing brand doing decent sales or generating 10 to 100K per month in revenue. We can take them from six-figure months to scale six-figure months or five-figure months to scale past 7 figures in monthly revenue, right? So this is what we have done already, and this is what we do. This is how we help you. And here are the ways I serve my ideal clients, right? We help them with diagnosing their exact ideal customers, because if you do not have your ideal customers down packed, you are not going to get any sales, you're not going to get anywhere. Trust me when I say that. And nextly, we help you craft offers, copies, creatives, sales angles that will resonate with your ideal customer again. We help them craft and run widely profitable ads to drive quality traffic to the website. Then we make sure the website is optimized for conversions, and which will basically help us get sales, more sales. We rinse and repeat the process countless times to make sure no budget is being wasted, and we get the most efficient and profitable results. We take care of the email marketing as well once the email list is built up. As we get sales, 30% of the brand's revenue must come from the email marketing. Again, we scale the ads on multiple platforms to drive more eyeballs and traffic to scale things up for the brand. And lastly, here's why we have created each of these steps for our ideal clients. It's basically the flow that you follow as your clothing brand hits higher revenue figures. And for example, if you're just starting out, you might not have a big enough email list, and doing email marketing in the beginning would not get you like a good return. Again, even if you have good enough email list, and if you're not doing paid advertising, you won't have a consistent way of increasing your email list so you can keep targeting the people that you have on the list, right? In the beginning. So this is why it's essential to run ads, get sales, and build up the email list along the way, and then do email marketing. So the steps are placed sequentially, right? So lastly, guys, we are an experience, right? We are not your typical agency who says, I'm going to get you this results, I'm going to get you this in this time frame. No, we are an experience, and when I say that, I really mean it. And you will understand why I'm saying this only when you come on board as our client. Or the other way would be, basically to ask the clients that we are working with right now, and just ask them, like, what it's like to work with us, basically RZ Mediascape, right? The the talk is completely different, the way we operate is completely different. Like everything that you can possibly think of is on another level. And real quick, check out my profile, right? Check out the case study. Literally, Adam.
This is simple and
So basically, this is Adam, and you can check out the post already. Adam, before coming to us, please help me get consistent sales online. Like he was struggling to make it online after first month of working with us. Slow down, guys. I'm running out of inventory. If you don't trust me, go ahead, check out my profile, check out the results. You can literally see the screenshot as well that I've posted on, of a Slack screenshot. Nextly, another case testimonial over here from a founder of Gorilla Clothing called Keegan. We helped him generate amazing results. Like, I mean, we are helping him craft amazing killer ad copies. He ended up providing us a testimonial because he knew that we are going to crush it for his brand. Nextly, as I said, Adam, again the Adam, I want to show you the proof as well. He, in the beginning, before you started, okay guys, I'm putting a lot of trust in you, don't make me fly to our country, basically. And nextly, I literally just said, let's crush it. We are going to crush it, right? I mean, we have the framework. In the first few days, know this, that he was very new brand, as I said, very new brand, was struggling to get even a single sale. We have sold 10 shirts in the past 2 days. I'm thrilled. I've been in hospital, like, again, it was issues, and I'm really happy you guys are helping me. I've been overwhelmed for a long time. And literally, we got him 10 shirt sales in a single day, like, in the past 2 days. And it was in the less than a week of us starting to work together. We started off in less than a week, we got him like these results, like just the beginning, you know what I mean? So those are just few things to point out over there. And even if you check out my website, like the results we have generated, like, again, we are not an agency, we are an experience. Like, when I say that, understand it very clearly, because no, we are not an agency, right? Check out some of the results we have generated. Like, again, every brand that you see here is a clothing brand. And that's there, guys. I hope this video brought clarity as to what I do and what I have done in the past, and what who I can help, basically, because I had a lot of questions and everything on my DMs and everything on a daily basis about this. So I thought, why not just make a very quick video? And again, we are an experience, right? Go ahead, if you want to really change your life and want to basically know how we can help you take your clothing brand to the moon. Go ahead, book in a call. Again, to basically diagnose your backend numbers, just like we did for Sam. And if it makes sense for us to get you great results, we'll tell you, and then get the invoice paid and take your clothing brand to the moon, basically, right? You can find the link, maybe in the description, if you want to book it, and we'll go from there. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found it valuable, and yeah, keep crushing it, right? See ya. Have a great day.